Thought about doing a dungeon tier list as well. That sounds like fun. So I'm gonna do it. All right. So this is our dungeon tier list for TBC. This is my opinion, how I feel about it, right? And it's gonna be based on which ones are most fun for me. Fun and like nostalgic, I guess. Different, but same. Alcatraz sucks. Alcatraz is an unpleasant dungeon. I'm gonna put it probably D tier, honestly. The place is just miserable, man. The trash sucks. It's a pretty long one, and you can't do it till you're 70 because you have to fly to it anyway. So it's just not super fun in my opinion. The Black Morass, I think it's a cool dungeon. I think the Black Morass is a cool dungeon, but it is very long, and you cannot speed it up. Like, no matter how fast you go, the dungeons only go as far as like the mobs that are going to spawn. So I'm gonna put that at like probably C tier. Probably C tier on that one. The Blood Furnace, banging. Instantly an A tier. Shadow of a Doubt, A tier. It's to the point, it's linear, a lot of XP, a lot of rep. Just a fun dungeon. The Botanica, pretty mid. Throw it there. Pretty mid. It's not super long. It's kind of boring. The trash kind of sucks in it, but all in all, it's pretty. It's just mid. Crypts, decent. It's just like an average dungeon. You know what I mean? Except for the last boss. There's really nothing crazy that happens in it at all. The ghosts run around everywhere. You can skip like half of this dungeon, to be honest with you. It's inconsequential. Ramparts, S tier. Easily one of my favorites in all of TBC. I love this place. Also a very linear dungeon. Super fun. Lots of experience. Hellfire, what is it? Hellfire Reaver? The polearm that drops in there. Fucking iconic weapon. It's awesome. Put that in Ramparts. Let me think. Old Hillsbrad? I love Old Hillsbrad. I'm gonna be honest. Hmm. I'm gonna put it in A. I'm gonna put it in front of Blood Furnace. I think it's super fun dungeon to run. Breaking Thrall out of Old Hillsbrad Foothills. Absolute blast. Magister's Terrace. Garbage. From start to finish, this place sucked. Nah, it's mine, Alcatraz. Honestly, easy F tier. The first boss is like a fucking PvP like event, which who cares about a PvP event, by the way, in a dungeon. Like, it's just not. I didn't get it. I think it sucks. Mana Tombs. I mean, it's mid. Linear dungeon. First boss is pretty funny. He's just like a reflect shield that nobody ever knows about, and they always die. Other than that, it's just kind of straight through. Mana Tombs is like the spell cleave special of a dungeon. If you know what you're doing with the Dark Weavers, Dark Caster, something like that, if I remember right. That mana burn, you can spell cleave this entire dungeon in like 3 pulls. Mechanar, meh. Nothing crazy about it. It's very long. Trash sucks. Boring. Said the calls. Pretty big. Nothing crazy about it. It's got the druid quest in there for the mount. That's pretty much the only thing that's cool about it. Just short dungeon. Just mid. Shadow Labs. Shadow Labs is fun, man. Bosses are a lot of fun. There's a lot of mechanics in it. I think I'll put that above Blood Furnace. DBH. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, we'll put that in front of Blood Furnace. The boss mechanics are actually a lot of fun in Shadow Labs. Like the first boss has like a threat loss mechanic that you have to really pay attention to, and he'll throw your tank and draw threat. So I don't lose your tank like super far away, but he doesn't have any fucking threat. So you got to be careful what you're doing. The second boss in there like teleports you to the middle of the raid, and you got to kill some ads and everything. There's nothing like difficult or crazy, but it's fun. Um, and then Murmur, you kind of just burst down, but just like AOE's, he'll knock you up. Just a good time. Shattered Halls, I'm not. I mean, it's okay. It takes forever. I mean, it takes a long time to get through Shattered Halls. Nothing crazy about it. Slave pens, love that. Super fun dungeon. Quick dungeon. Couple mechanics in it, nothing crazy, but very linear, very to the point, lots of XP. This was the old boosting like center. Everybody used to boost slave pens because the first like 40% of the dungeon is all just titanate packs. Just all together. You can pull it all at one time on the mage. You used to be able to. You can't anymore. They boosted or they nerfed boosting. Steam Vault. Easy S tier. Love the Steam Vault. A lot of fun. Again, linear. I have a thing about linear dungeons. Like, just follow the path through, get the bosses, move on. There's not a little bit of backtracking because you have to open up like a gate for it, but nothing crazy. Some of my favorites. The Underbog, fucking F tier forever and always. Fuck the Underbog. The mobs suck, the bosses suck, everything sucks about that place. So yeah, that's our tier list for TBC dungeons. Hellfire Ramparts at number 1, 100%. It's goated, dude. It's a goated dungeon. It's a fun one. That's just based on like what I think about them, like how I feel about them. That's not like difficulty or anything like that. So love it, hate it, I don't care. It's there. Let's see what's up in the WoW forums today. Probably nothing good. It's nothing ever good in the WoW forums. I'm gonna be real. Hmm. on 1 second. There we go. So this says force on Gulch timer is needed. Yeah. They mean by that, for anybody not playing at home, is um there's timers, I think they're in like Wrath probably, of like how long the battleground can actually go on in Warsaw Gulch, and not having it means the game can go on technically forever, right? So I think they're like 20 or 30 minutes in Wrath. Whoever has the most points when the timer's over wins. So it's definitely helpful. It's not going to be a draw if one side caps and the other side doesn't. Okay. Do it like retail. Whoever has the highest amount of caps wins. Both sides have the same amount of caps. And it's the last team of caps. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Oh, bro, Maladath got closed. I didn't know that until like yesterday or the day before. Um, they fucked this up too. Like, I'm a big defender of WoW. I always will be. Um, I think some people are just like super hypercritical. And good luck finding a game that has a community like this, to be honest with you. But basically, what this is saying is, oh, let me try to fix this shit. There we go. They closed the Maladath server basically without telling anybody. So that wasn't meant to become a surprise on patch day. Instead, being part of our announced patch changes ahead of time but it was missed, and that's entirely on us. So belatedly, let's quick fill you why. Um, TLDR, I read this last night while I was in bed. The Maladath server didn't have the population that they wanted to keep the server alive. So they killed Maladath, and then they moved all the servers to the West Coast, if I remember right. So like people are upset about latency and all that stuff, but it's like it's weird that they would close down Maladath, but like all the SOD servers are still up. There's no way that there are people still playing on SOD, right? Like I don't know. Server population. We can use Ironforge Pro to find out. I think Ironforge Pro is like not super reliable, if I remember right, but who knows? Okay. So this is Era servers. Damn, more people than I thought playing Era. I mean, it's not a whole bunch, but 10,000 in the U.S. Let's use playing side. Fucking, there's 2,200 people playing sod. Okay. It's playing MOP still. Decent amount of people playing MOP. 109,000. All right. Let's check anniversary. 51,000 people on anniversary. According to this, I mean, that's 400 people playing on Maladath. On one server, there's 400 people. That's not great. But with that same logic, you cut this, Doom Howl, you just keep Spine Shatter, one of these, I guess. I don't know. Thousand people playing Era. Can't believe Mop is this popular. 109,000 people, really? 50,000 in the US? That makes sense. It's a little bit less popular than Anniversary. No. It's way more popular. There's only 25,000 people in the US. It's kind of crazy. I figured there would be more than that. Who would have thunk it? I've completed the honor farm on a fresh character. Here we go. Oh, okay. Spoilers if you don't want to read the post. Honor buffs weren't enough. They need to cut costs by 50%. Personally, I think it should be cut further. Okay, before we go into this, right? I have completed the honor farm on a fresh character. Pre-patch came out 4 days ago, but technically 3 days ago. So in 3 days, they were able to completely gear out a character, right? But it wasn't enough. The entire honor grind just queuing alone the entire time. These are statistics from my personal experience from a fresh 60. I had 4 days off work to do this grind, okay? Total time spent grinding honor, 45 hours. Weapons and main set pieces, no offsets. For a pre-patch, this is way too much time to be spending grinding honor for 8 pieces of gear. And when you factor in, okay, 1 to 2 hours a day for the grind for 8 pieces, simply not a viable route. You have 3 weeks, right? If you play for 1 to 2 hours a day, let's say you can only do that 5 times a week, right? So that's 15 days, right? So you can play for an hour. It's 15 hours. You can get plenty of gear in that amount of time with the honor nerfs that they or the honor buffs that they gave us. I'm tired, boss. Why is this not on? There we go. Jesus. Imagine if queues were an hour long. Imagine a dinosaur attacked your house while you were honor grinding. I don't get it, dude. It takes longer to pre-arena gear than it does leveling 1 to 70. That's kind of the point. The game doesn't start till you hit 70, bro. Like, I don't understand what the... I can smell the mayonnaise from here. Honestly, is it even worth grinding out anything but weapons at this point? Not unless you're a warrior, no. It doesn't make any sense. I guess people want to open world quest and PvP, but gear is mostly not good for dungeon spamming. I feel like even if you're a mage, the rank 14 stuff is fine. The auto grind is so bad. This isn't bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of touch, dude. Maybe I'm not understanding what everyone's bitching about, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fairly easy, to be honest. Banned on TBC day 2. TBC's not out. Dream Scythe is fine. Get wrecked PvP losers. I don't understand what anybody's talking about on that one, to be real. Is TBC here to stay or not? What does that mean? There's been so many posts about this Blizzard reading communication was going to happen in the future. Burning Crusade. Please confirm perma TBC air servers. Why? Why do they need to confirm it right now? Just play the game. You could play the game that's in front of you. 100%. Facts. No point in playing if I don't know if I have enough time to do things I want to do within the game. There's plenty of time. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, I'm telling you, this is what I was talking about the other day. Like, people are just going to be upset no matter what. Character did not get riding skill. I don't think mine did either. A lot of people didn't get riding skill. I just bought it. I'm not that upset about it. Hello, just wanted to make sure the TBC developers are aware that they've currently put the Oceanic Maladeath Anniversary server on the NA data center, which is causing 2 to 400 ms and the wrong time zone. I don't think he knows that his server's getting nuked. We just found out via Twitter of all places that they decided to, of all places, where else are they supposed to put it? Like, do you want to fucking send you a goddamn text message every time they decide to update something, brother? To kill our server and open transfers off to Night Surgery site. Yep. Provided no communication at all. Well, this is unprofessional and completely unacceptable. The Oceanic community deserves better than this. There's only 400 of y'all, guys. It's not hardly a community. We're happy with our population. That's why we continue to play here. Don't want 300 MS on a mega server. That sucks. You tried to say we only had a few hundred people. They didn't have to try to say it. You have a few hundred people. But you made the decision without asking the community right at peak time when players are returning for pre-patch TBC launch. What? Do they have to add? Like, guys, like, okay. Blizzard is a business, guys. Like, they're a business. They're not, like, your best friends or whatever. They don't have to fucking ask you to do anything with their own property. You psychopaths. We had an influx of players in the last week. Over 100 joined just today on the server Discord. And this is on top of a 24-hour maintenance. Whoa, you had 100 people? What is that? It is not fair to make any server decisions before TBC launch. Gone ahead and refunded my Outlands pack and will be unsubbing all three of my accounts, and I strongly encourage other. Okay. They made the decision. They clearly do not care that the 400 of y'all are not playing. A travesty for our small community. I agree. Like, it sucks. It's not pleasant, but like, they're business, man. This is what they do. Blizzard giving up. It's the title of this fun post. Same old issues. Why? Which ones are you talking about? We're not asking for a lot. Seems we're dealing with workarounds that were supposed to work until a solution was implemented. Like what? Clicking or tapping play should take us to our character's selection screen. Instead, we're server roam listing menu. It's not that big of a deal, bro. If you just click one more button. Oh. Character selection screen, which is black. It's another bug that Blizzard is aware of. Yeah, I did hear that that's a problem with like Night Slayer. It's not a problem on Dream Scythe. Many paying subscribers will give up here. I don't think many will, brother. You're underestimating a lot, but take around 5 minutes to finally populate and animate. I only know this because I walked away from the laptop in frustration, did some other stuff. How many people will turn off their computer instead? That is a bug that they should work on. But that's not like a same old issue. That's a fairly new bug that happened after they transferred everything. I'm sure there are people working on it, but the game is old as WoW. These are supposed to be familiar issues. How many iterations of WoW have there been now? These are the many times you've rolled out the same thing. This is your wheelhouse, your obligation. Players have agreed to pay sub. We as players put up all of Blizzard employees' problems. Putting your politics on us with social contracts. That's just another word for TOS, though, buddy. Every single game you're ever going to play is going to have a TOS you have to agree to. We were made to sign with our characters and time investment held hostage. We deal with many changes to Blizzard's TOS that we have to agree to again and again. We even have to pay more per month for Classic. I'm not tracking that we're paying more for Classic. It's $15. It's always been $15 for 20 years. It's been $15. What we expect in exchange is a game to play. Yep, you can play it right now. If the present team is having issues they can't resolve, if the preset team for WoW Classic Anniversary needs additional help and new members, whatever it is needs to happen to get things done, do it. Spent around 10 years not playing any Blizzard games at all. Probably go back, bro. Honestly, go back to not playing at all. If a black screen that showed up 2-3 days ago is really fucking your life up to this point where you got on the WoW forums and wrote an entire book about how grumpy you are, filled with just bullshit, I suggest you go back to not playing, to be honest. This is oh, when the fun of those years outshines the fun of classic memories, you've lost us once and for all. Who are you speaking for, big guy? Tread carefully and get your house in order. Make this game function smoothly. It's the most functional MMORPG on the market right now, by the way. It is also the most successful game ever made. Period. So, well said. Doubt it. Fire the incompetent developers who are causing this. Hire people who know how to think and don't just ask a chatbot or learned language model. What do you figure they're doing that for? You have no Hire people who built the internet in the mid to late 90s. So this, so this guy, his response to fixing World of Warcraft is to hire the people who built the internet in the mid to late 90s. You never had the makings of a varsity athlete? Am I right or am I right? True. Call me Tony Soprano, bro. Okay. So this guy, stop hiring kids in DEI. It's simple. Since kids in DEI started working on this game, it has gotten so much worse. Great write up, though. Okay, so just so we're all tracking the fixes that Nishant, I'm not going to pretend to pronounce that, is suggesting here, the 10 level 10 Drakthir mage, of course, is to hire old white men to fix World of Warcraft. Um, yeah, maybe not, man. I don't know. I'm gonna assume I don't even know how to begin to go into that. That's fucking weird. You're an idiot. I don't know. You're a fucking idiot. Putting your politics on us with social contracts. I stopped reading here. Yeah, facts. Me too, buddy. I should have. Can't make this stuff up. These are adults that whine and cry all day long too. Yeah. See? Some people get it. DEI hiring policies have consequences. Okay. Oh. What is happening? Is this the writer? Yep, it is. I mean, the only thing keeping me in classic is the joy of corpse camping you guys. Raiding isn't my thing. I server firsted before cheese with chronic reroll guild, so those glory days won't be relived or surpassed with today's lackluster min-maxers. How do you know you were world first before that? Hmm. I'm gonna call bullshit. World PvP is pretty much the only thing I do. Your life sucks. So once Wrath launches, I'm done. I didn't think it was possible, but Blizzard cares even less now. Two counts gone once I leave. I'm sure I'll be happier for it. Yeah, sure. Social contract forced on us assumes everyone is playing to participate. Playing to participate in what? The game, bro? What are you fucking talking about right now? Oh, Blizzard is passing on their responsibilities and their shortcomings to the players. They're passing on their responsibilities. The company Blizzard is passing on their responsibilities to us, guys. Mm-hmm. Not my job to help everyone. Nobody fucking said it was, dude. connect with other players and make friends. Play as a team with your fellow players. So don't AFK. Reach out if you want to. Sending friendly hello, sure, whatever. Do your best to support your team through communication behaviors. Assist other players that you encounter in the world. Help answer questions. So basically, don't be a piece of shit. That's what this top part says. Then, of course, this. You can't, say slurs or belittle people. Can't harass people. You can't spam. Uh, yeah. Okay. I'm just brushing up on my social contract here. Oh, God. Blizzard can't figure out how to craft a proper demo for noobs or how to involve newbies in a starting area that actually teaches them enough. I'm not a free babysitter. Most MMOs mechanics create rude people, allow ninjas, encourage lazy people. Instead of being honest and upfront with people pressing play, they choose instead to virtue signal. Most MMOs mechanics create rude people, allow ninjas, encourage lazy people. I don't. So you're wanting this? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. With my business, I have 1 day off in the summer, 90 days off in the winter. It's a crazy job. You a teacher? Those are my main play times, $40 a month. $40 a month? Who's paying $40 a month? If the service were seamless, but it's not, I really don't see much else out there worth playing, but there are other things to spend time on. Keeping 2 subs going wasn't even a big deal, but when Blizzard is doing so little, I'm complicating the time I do spend playing. Maybe it's time to cancel. Okay, so $15 a month times 2 is not $40. You muppet. Um, just cancel your sub. 100% it's time to cancel. I agree. You need to stop playing the game. Bro pays $15 a month to play out his high schooler bully fantasies. Bro pays $40 a month. Oh, he's got it again. He's posting again. To me, PvP is the only purpose of an MMO. Okay, that's not. But if that's the only reason you want to play it, that's fine. But it's not the only purpose, big guy. To progress in gear and then to meet your opponents wherever they may be, everywhere. Why would I want to spend 600 plus hours playing a game just to sit in Discord and listen to unprepared carries cry about rating issues? Didn't you say you were like world first allegedly in something? Where is it? Fuck, I can't find it. Server firsted before achieves with Chronic Reroll Guild. Those glory days won't be relived or surpassed with today's lackluster min-maxers. But then you say down here that's not what you want to do at all. Oh, this guy's just a fucking idiot. Why would you want to spend 600 hours playing a there's a Discord for PvP, it's usually full of laughter. Contrast. Contrast to all the PvE discords that this guy's in, I guess. I don't know. Your mind jumps to high school. That's telling. Let it go. Okay. My mind, I'm trying to find new clients that won't make me download their apps to do more of their work than I've agreed to do. I run a graphic shop. I'm online. I want it to be a fun test of wits. Dude, you're a fucking loser. I don't know. Just unsub. What did I just read? Fucking brain is fried. Oh, level 70 honor gear needs to be heavily reduced. We haven't even made it to level 70, by the way. We haven't even remotely. We're not even in TBC, and people are already asking for shit to get changed in the late game. This is something that I kind of agree with. What's up, Tyreek? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Selling $80 outland packs before moving servers is diabolical. Selling $80 packs, then moving on the day of Burning Crusade launches, moving the servers without telling the customers is one of the slimiest moves I've ever seen Blizzard do. Yeah, I mean, they have a point on that one. They should have said that they were moving the servers. What they're talking about specifically is they moved Night Slayer to West Coast and they're just shutting down the Australian servers entirely. So, like, I get why they're upset about that. People are so upset. Time to eat crow, streamer wannabes. Here we go. That's me. He's talking to me. This is made for me. Let it be known that I called this. I warned everybody. I warned everyone that Blizzard was catering to a very toxic niche of people. They accelerated the content cycle on behalf of OnlyFans, so that new big streamers would promote the game. Okay, let's pause here. They did not accelerate the content cycle on behalf of OnlyFans because OnlyFans requested that it was Phase 6 already. They wanted all the raids to be unlocked on launch. It actually hurt OnlyFans that it wasn't. So, okay. Oh, now many of them are done and all they attracted were a bunch of neats. I don't know what that is. Who thought if they just bought enough gold, speedrun content, and die in cringeworthy enough ways that their streaming careers would take off. Now, normal people are left behind, unable to catch up as the economy becomes inaccessible to the prevalence of RMT. This is what happens when you listen to the streamers instead of me. Okay. This is clearly the same person, by the way. Before I even read this next comment, this is very obviously the same person. The crow is being eaten. I remember when you called it. Yeah, this guy's like famous on the World of Warcraft forums or something, right? The fuck are we talking about? Streamers are the worst thing to happen in modern gaming. They ruin the game for everyone else for profit. I don't think so. I like watching streamers. Sounds like you can't clear MC. I hope you don't drive to work. The traffic laws might be too complicated. Schizophrenia. Did you seriously get an alt to agree with yourself? Yes, he did. I drive to work every day, which is one of the many adult responsibilities that I have that prevent me from spending 1,000 gold on a flask. Flasks are not 1,000 gold on any server. I can almost guarantee that. These prices are more an order of a magnitude inflated over. These prices are more than an order of magnitude inflated over vanilla prices, which is clear evidence of RNT. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore, buddy. You're just crying to cry. So yes, I drive to work every day and spend money so me and my GF eat nice organic meals. Oh, okay. Some people just like, especially on the forums, have like the biggest main character syndrome I've ever heard of. Holy. This this is gonna be the stupidest thing we read today. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I read the first blip of a sentence. This is gonna be the dumbest shit we're gonna read today. This might be the last one. I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. Oh. Blizzard, you wouldn't have this outrage on PvP gear prices if you just unbanned GDKPs. People would gear their tunes through alternative measures and the best loot system in the game. It's fair and everyone gets something in the end. Blizzard, I'm begging you to do the easy thing and unban GDKPs so we can gear our tunes and not do a PvP grind that is awful because we don't have GDKPs. I don't. Where do we begin? Where do we begin with talking about this just slop that you're putting in here? First of all, you can still run raids. Believe it or not, big guy, you can still just go raid. The same exact loot that would drop in your GDKP is going to drop in that regular raid. Guarantee it. You just roll on it. One. Two, someone that boosted in TBC and has a fresh level 60 cannot just go into a GDKP on a server that's been farming gold for the last year and win anything. Okay. How do you think they're going to have a fresh 60 is going to have the gold to buy anything in a GDKP? How would that possibly happen? Run that by me, champ. Oh, GDKP won't help you for level 70 PvP gear. I don't think that's what we're talking about at all, actually. Oh, we've already heard from this fucking idiot today. They are adding with tier token like in Wrath, probably. So, yes, I will. What are you fucking talking about? The GDKP conversation is interesting because most of the people I see advocating for it are against RMTs, like tokens being added. However, GDKPs encourage people to go buy gold to get loot faster. 100% it does. As someone who GDKP'd a shit ton in the past, all this does is, you can spend $20 and get super good loot immediately. That's all it does. GDKPs encourage people. That gold is then put into the economy by the raiders who get it at the end and messes everything up in the economy. True. Anyway, I like GDKPs and end up with a bunch of gold doing them, but for the economy's sake, as I'm fresh starting, I hope they don't. problem is not GDKPs or boosting or whatever is the newest scapegoat for inflation. The problem is Blizzard's lack of enforcement of gold buying, and in my opinion, they absolutely could be doing more to enforce anti-gold buying policies, but they refuse to invest in doing so. I always hear people saying this. They're like, "Oh, Blizzard needs to do more to ban gold buyers," but does anybody actually know what they're doing? Does anybody actually know like what what their enforcement is or their policy or how many people they banned or anything? Or do people just assume? I think people just assume. Yeah. All right. That's enough of the forums for one day, I think. Anyways, like I said earlier, people that sit here and post on the forums all day are just miserable people that want to be upset. Like, no matter what happens, what the developers do, they can't win. Like, people are just going to be pissed off to be pissed off, and then other crybaby adults get on and bitch with them. It's crazy.